Hello and welcome to Commoners.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. I really set it off pretty sad.
That was so unenthusiastic. I'm worried for this session.
It's a very strong session. But no, I'm Rogar, your humble dungeon master. These are my fabled heroes. Say hello, fabled heroes.
Hello,
Hello.
fabled
Hello, favorite
heroes.
heroes.
Good job. Good job. Yeah, last time we left off, you guys were just vibing, honestly. Yeah, the last session was just a vibe.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
went
Oh
to the
yeah,
store.
totally.
Yeah, you went to the store for a little. You guys got some magical items. Wait.
Wow, I love that for us. And then we got attacked right after stepping outside the store.
That's crazy.
Fantastic for us. Love that for us.
I'm gonna be a bitch, I guess.
Was Vonadel and some rando bitch.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess she is random to y'all. She's not
Gonna
random to
mind
me.
the fucking next time we run into her, though. Mark my words.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll try. But yeah, you guys had a pretty interesting encounter. One of your allies got pretty fucked up. I mean, thankfully, none of you got extremely fucked up due to a very well-timed counterspell from Oswald at the very beginning. Because damn, that would have been just so many people would have died, and it would have been very awkward to explain to all the townsfolk. But yeah, everyone's dead. Oops. Come to Obel.
Yeah,
Come relocate.
Oval will protect you.
But you guys did successfully create the last member of the ring squad. That's what I'm calling them now. We have Dorish squad, we have shit squad, now we have ring squad.
Our powers united.
No, but Door
can
Squad,
form-
Shit Squad were the same thing.
They were no, I think they were different. Yeah,
Were
shit
they?
squad was like shit squad was like all the really bad people like Joffrey and someone else. Like they were just like the people who sucked in combat.
There's
the
always
Door
a fucking
Squads.
Joffrey in your campaigns, though.
Yeah. I think a few of them I think had at least one or two members that switched over from each team. But yeah, now we got ring squad. But yeah, you guys are kind of you hear the sounds of like footsteps. You hear the sound of chain like bumping against each other, and mostly like maybe chainmail armor. And yeah, you guys are looking some of you are looking pretty beat up. I think two of you are looking just fine. Yeah. But yeah, the enemies are coming. The guards are coming. You shouldn't call them enemies. But
I ain't going back to jail.
well, you made such a great friend. Maureen is looking she's looking, I mean, better because you know she's back to life.
No, don't tell me I didn't take that.
Her ring is on her finger, and Zagar like helps her up, and they look like they're ready to run.
Yeah, I should have stuck Leomon's tiny hut.
Running.
Yeah, running. And while we're running, I'm just.
You're
Someone
just
say lawn strider?
Okay. You're gonna leave us all behind
on yourself.
Imagine.
Yeah. Well,
No.
like before, how are you guys going to run away? Are you guys going stealthy? Are you going just like as quick as you can?
What I can do, if we choose stealthy, I can give everyone around us pass without a trace.
You guys would remember that even though Fry's not here, Fry is still here, and Fry has a movement speed of just 20.
Right.
Right. So probably still.
And also disadvantage on all checks and skills. Oh, those are the same thing. I'm in saving throws.
Oh my god.
So you guys kind of have a liability, some might say, at the moment.
Normally he's the best stealther.
So, what I can do, if we go stealth, and if you give me a solid 18 seconds, I can give him Cat's Grace. I can use Pass Without a Trace on all of us. And, God, what else can I do? There was something else that I wanted to do.
Those both
Shit, what was it?
concentration?
Yeah, I was like, both of those are concentration. No, I would say you guys.
Oh, I can give Cat's Grace to him.
Okay.
I also have enhanceability.
And then I will also Long Strider on Fry.
Okay, yeah, that one's not concentration. Okay, so Fry's movement speed is now 30.
And I'll use enhanceability to give him Cat's Grace.
Okay.
And then I will use Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. Let me this is gonna be interesting. Guys, I need to open up Fry's page. It just hit me. I was like, wait a second.
I didn't roll. I didn't want to roll that. What?
Oh,
That's what I wanted to do.
all right. Has a okay. Has a plus 13. Okay, good. All right. So I guess you guys can roll me some stealth check.
17.
Try to be sneaky. You do have, Pass Without Trace. I'm sure you're saying the right number. Because I was very confused.
Oh, 27, sorry.
Shoot. I forgot.
I forgot what?
Because I'm using two computers. It doesn't roll on.
Oh, yeah.
20.
Transferred over. Hold on. I got you because I have whatchamacallit opened. Was that your stealth check? No, that was from 12.3.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot what it is. So let me turn on my character.
Oh, is that what number is that?
Excuse me.
Okay, it's
stealth.
19.
I will do my tides thing. Tides of chaos. No.
Okay. Tides
Is
of
it?
chaos.
Yeah, it is.
Tides of chaos gives you advantage.
Yeah. Okay. 14.
14.
Plus 10.
All right. I mean, thankfully enough, you guys, counteracted that negative because I just wanted to roll what it would have been. I mean, thankfully enough, Fry has a plus 13. So even if like with the disadvantage, I mean, it was 27 with disadvantage. Without disadvantage, it's 34, 33. Yeah, I got a 9. So that's good. Oh, and then Maureen. Cigar got a 14. Well, okay. So, as you guys are huddling along, okay. Yeah, as you guys are huddling along, Dell's magic is surrounding you. I'm assuming you guys are not taking like the main roads. You guys are probably taking the scenic route.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I need for actually you three to each roll a d20.
9.
4.
Okay.
Thirteen.
13. What was the trigger? Okay. Oswald, roll me a 1d100.
This is never good.
98.
Oh, I really gotta scroll down. Okay, this is a little bit cute. As you guys are hustling down these dark alleys, trying to avoid bumping into people, um, you hear the sound of soft whispers. It kind of fills not the world. It kind of fills your guys' environment as you're running down these dark halls. Um, each of you hear something different though. Each of you hear your deepest sin being like repeated into your head, and a voice uh just telling you that it's time to repent. Since I don't know all your guys' sins, I'm leaving it to your imagination to fill that. But I do need everyone to do a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a spell or a magical effect?
Uh, it's a magical effect.
14.
Guidance is concentration, so I can't drop that if I want to lose pass without a trace.
I dropped my d20. Okay, just roll for Maureen. Okay, and roll for Cigar. Okay, wow. Did anyone get lower than a 13?
Hate it here.
Okay.
Wait,
Um,
wait, hold on. Let me see if there's not anything I can do about this. Is this an attempt? Oh, god damn it. No, that's an action. Fuck! Counter charm is really the only thing I had going for me.
yeah, you feel like counter charm probably wouldn't help you in this case. Okay.
Oh, wait.
I'm waiting.
Weird. It says that I have proficiency on wisdom saving throws in my unshakable will, but it's not marked that I'm proficient.
Let me see. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Fry bombed it. Forward.
Oh gosh, Fry, no.
Can I re-roll that? Or can we
Got
just
the
like
duality.
add another 4 to that for 14? Because I just no, hold on. Something
You
here
got
is not
proficiency.
okay.
Oh, yeah, you do have
Yeah,
proficiency.
no, everything's good.
I'll go ahead and adjust it now. And then I'll refresh your page. So yeah, you would just add a +4 to it.
Yeah, so that'll be 14.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
I completely forgot that I had that.
Crazy, yeah. I've been doing this whole entire time. Yeah, as you guys are running, I'll just roll right here. 21. Okay. Yeah. As you guys are running, the voices are still there. Thankfully enough, no one was really affected by it, physically. You guys don't notice anything wrong with Fry at the moment. But yeah, you guys make off, and eventually you guys reach the fountain. Oh, that's what I meant to ask. Would you guys be going to the fountain or going the like normal, like we're gonna walk our way home?
Like out the gates, walk our way home?
Yeah, out the gates, walk your way home.
Well, we still have the cart in town, right?
Oh yeah, you have a cart with supplies on it. So
I want to run like the long way back to the Tacknapple, like try and lose them and then go back to the Tacknapple.
yeah, okay, easy enough with your guys' stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys make your way around town. It takes you guys roughly an extra hour for going the long way. By the time you guys get here, it's kind of it's a little like 3 after everything settles. The cart is sitting there. Everyone looks kind of, I'm assuming, exhausted because you've been running around vigorously trying to hide. And yeah, you guys feel like you have successfully evaded the popos again.
That's another the police. Okay, I want to leave right away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
Agreed.
I'll look at Maureen and Zagara. If Maureen gives me an accurate descriptor of any one of her family members, I can send a message to them and they can just meet us in Opal. But we need to leave.
Maureen nods her head. She's like, "Yeah, I can do that. My family doesn't know where Opal is."
It's easy to find. Head west.
Okay.
What was that D100
What?
roll? Hello?
I forgot someone else failed.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Okay. Oof.
Bell should be able to give you a pretty accurate description of how to get there.
The only thing is I have to do it in 25 words or less.
Okay. Well, let's get out of here first, and then we can worry about that. I forgot her voice for a split second. But yeah, you guys. I'm assuming you all hop on the carriage. Who's gonna man the carriage? Because the person who manned it before is currently suffering from exhaustion.
Who's got
I will.
animal handling?
Oh. Yeah, who's gonna? Wait, does anyone have proficiency in land vehicles?
No.
No.
Crazy. You guys should really invest in that.
No.
Nah. This is like the third time we've used a vehicle.
It's gonna start coming up here more. I'm just saying.
You have a +4 to animal handling, though.
I have a +5. But I mean, I'm not sure it's yeah.
And has a pet, so.
Oh, but she's not an animal. She's special.
Wow, a +8 animal. Whew. Damn, you guys really could have used the help of your boy. But yeah, so I'm assuming Flame is gonna lead this charge.
Yep, and I'm
Sure.
also
Never
gonna
done
give
this
him.
before.
I'm gonna give them some guidance.
E4.
Cool.
Amazing.
Gingerly
All right.
pat them on the back and say that they can do it.
All right. So Flame, what I need from you
Mhm.
is an animal handling check,
All right.
and then you can add a D4.
Gonna need it.
Oh my god, please.
Total of 12.
Okay. The horses, you get like a vibe off of them that you're doing something wrong. They're going with you because they have nowhere else to go. But if they had free will, they would just haul ass away from you because whatever you're doing is not right. So what
Makes
I'm gonna
sense.
need, what I'm gonna need now, this will be with disadvantage, is I'm going to need just a flat D20 roll.
Okay.
Yeah, just two D20s. We're gonna take
All right. 1 and 2.
okay, a 17. All right. So yeah, even though these horses are like not really listening to you, you're like able to guide them. You successfully did not run over anyone.
Whoa!
I was gonna have a child run out in the street, but
Oh.
there would have been another check, but I just thought it was like, let's see if I can crash their cart. Hey, look, it's my job to derail you guys just a little. But yeah, eventually enough, you guys make it through. You eventually hit the town gate, I guess you'll call it the city gate. That's what it's called. And you guys head out, and you begin your little journey back home. You know this is going to take you a few hours, depending on how long you want to go. So, that's the big question to the horse wrangler. Do you want to go slow, normal, or fast paced?
Flame would probably be taking it slow.
Okay. Slow it is. All right. So, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Woo. Yeah.
Forget about your guidance. Just to make it even better.
Yes.
That
Woo.
was wonderful.
Yeah, and then because you're going slow, you get a +5, so it is overall a 30.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
Okay, so it's a 30. All right. As you guys are heading back, I just need one person to roll a d20. I think Loss should do it.
Okay.
Loss is really good at rolling things that I like.
11.
Speak of the devil. All right. As you guys are heading down the trail, back to Opal, the sun is kind of shining down. Not exactly down, it's kind of angled. It's probably like 5 now. So it's getting close to like sunsetting time. Uh Flame, with your perception, you see up ahead of you, um, on a rock, the sun's kind of like shining down on. You see a small fox resting on it. Um, and something you did not notice before, which is a little strange because you guys are going down the same exact path. is the path diverges into two paths now. Where the fox sits is just a hunk of a rock, and it kind of just veers off both ways. Yes, and an eerie fog rolls in. Like
Damn it, we're
beyond the
back in Silent
fox.
Hill.
Okay. I'll take the cart up to the fork
Okay.
and I'm gonna get down and walk over to the fox.
Okay.
Elle would kind of peek her head out, feeling the stop, notice what's going on, and call out, "Is everything all right?"
There's a fork in the road.
Odd.
Pick it up.
And she'll step out to kind of investigate. Would I get the feeling that this is like a magical effect of any kind?
Roll an Arcana check. Yeah, anyone who wants to roll an Arcana check, see if there's some sort of magical effect.
An 8.
9.
20.
To the other two, no, this is just some natural shit. Just the world kind of changed. You got a 20?
Mm-hmm.
Oswald, you peer out and you see, because you did not actually pass, but you did get close enough. You see faint wisps of magic.
Hmm.
You see like tiny little orbs floating around.
Osriel? Anything?
They're
Finn?
ghostly in appearance.
Uh,
I wonder what Fry would roll.
there's definitely
Anything?
some residual magic around.
Well, I could always attempt to dispel it.
Well, first, what is that fox doing here?
All right. So during this time, I was approaching the fox.
Yeah,
Did it move or anything, or is it just still sitting there?
it's sleeping.
Oh, it's sleeping.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk to it, but I don't want to wake it up.
It's making cute little fox sounds.
Oh.
I'm just gonna look at it. It's adorable. I'm transfixed by this fox.
All right, and this is where we're gonna end the campaign as all of our players get transfixed by a cute little fox and they just forget to move. Yeah, but yeah, both of the paths just look they don't look scary. It is like an eerie fog, yes, but it's like you guys do remember that like days before there was also an eerie fog. This is not nothing new. That was a light mist before though.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. One, there was not a fork in the road before.
No.
Here. Okay. Well,
Actually, you guys would remember, since it's only a few days ago, I'm not gonna make you guys roll. About like you would say probably like another like 4 miles down the road, you would remember that's where like the little shrine was.
yeah.
So you like definitely remember this is a straight road. There was no fork.
I'm going to take out some food from the cart, like some of the good like berries and stuff that a fox would eat, and I'm gonna put them in front of the fox.
The fox is still asleep.
Can I try and pet the fox?
You're going to try to pet the fox. Okay.
Get a
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. I'll bless you. I'll bless you. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bro, please, I'm down.
Oh,
It's just a fox.
I had to type something really quick. Okay. Roll. This is gonna be different. I have to look up something. What is this consumer? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so go ahead and roll an animal handling check
Okay.
and let me know what you get.
Uh,
Can I do guidance?
animal handling.
You did not walk over to the fox.
Oh,
Shit.
that is a
Fuck.
7.
God, you are not good at animal handling.
I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But it doesn't really.
That's crazy. As your hand reaches out towards this fox, um roll an arcana check.
Okay.
Because you're pretty damn close.
Oh, yikes. That's it's a total of 6. I rolled a nat 1 though.
That's hey, look, it's a nat 1. We're just gonna forget he got a 6. Uh at so trying to think how you would describe a situation like this. When your hand goes out to like reach for the fox, I'm not gonna use the word strikes. I don't want to use that word either. Oh no! It lightly bumps into something else. It's kind of squishy.
Uh,
Thanks. I hate it.
But it's not like you're not able to like fully reach like the fox right now. Oswald, with you being this close, you did say that you went to go hand over food. You're gonna need to roll. And it's gonna be an Arcana check. And the DC will be lower because you got pretty close. A 24.
Yeah.
Um. All right. Maybe I shouldn't say it's not squishy. It's fluffy. It's squishy and fluffy. Kind of like if you were squeezing like a
Squishmallows. Yeah.
ball. Yeah, like that. Like you were squishing maybe like silicone.
Hmm.
Um.
Do I recognize this squishiness from
You
a
don't.
fight?
You don't reckon.
Okay.
You do not recognize the squishiness. But with that, you do see through the disguised self as to put it shortly, you see Flame's hand on a woman,
oh shit.
in a certain location where your hand probably should not be. And she does have fur on her.
Flame. Hold
Yeah.
your hand away slowly.
Okay.
Apologize immediately.
I'm sorry.
What?
Is she still sleeping?
She's slowly awakening now.
We are
So, by the way, you see her laying, she's kind of like laying like her back is on the rock and she's draped across of it.
So sorry. Just wanted to pet the fox. So sorry.
Hmm. Is
It is
Is
not a
that not a-
fox.
oh.
It is a lady.
Oh. Oh.
You
Fuck.
may have touched her inappropriately.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh shit. Oh, I'm.
At this point, Dal would be coming up. Is everything all right?
Yeah. As she kind of sits up, uh, the illusion kind of like falters, and you guys catch like a quick glimpse. It's a fairly attractive like woman. Let me see if I can find her art again. I don't know if this is. She is a. Anyone who once can roll a religion check. Gosh darn it! I keep forgetting 5 is the trigger.
Fuck.
Here we go.
9.
14.
2.
Um, you got a 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna do like a flashback. Yeah. Oswald, you're like 9 years old. Your parents are like recounting a tale of
Baby
how
Osro.
they yeah, baby Osro. Of how they encountered a goddess from the Feywilds. Uh she's she was a good goddess. They would say, that she was known for like tricks and illusions, but also like gifting like protection and stuff. Um, you would remember that her name was Taichiro. Oh, I said it wrong. Taichiro.
Aichiro.
Yes. Uh, but yeah, as like we kind of like pull back, the illusion kind of like falters for a split second. You guys do see like a fox-based like woman, like if it was a shifter, but a fox. Oswald, you do because your Arcana was so fucking high. You do see a like a roughly, we're gonna say roughly about like 1,000 tails behind her.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few, just a handful. And she does look over to you, seeing that she notices that you can see through her illusion.
I'm gonna bow really deeply.
Okay.
We're sorry for disturbing your nap. Gonna smack Flame to bow to.
Oh, I'm like kneeling on the ground and everything. I mean, I figured I was already kneeling to like be at eye level. What the fuck?
To reach. Yeah. So awkward. She does like a good stretch, and she's just like, oh, it's no problem. You've awoken me. Is there something that you needed to have awoken me?
If it's possible, could you show us the correct path back to Opal?
I could. But what would you give me? And you guys all do hear this voice. Actually, it just hit my brain that she probably would not be speaking in common.
Oh.
Please tell me
This-
she would be speaking in like Celestial or something.
I'm so sorry. It's Sylvan.
Dang it, Fry. Peeping in the back.
Yeah, Fry kind of like stumbles out of the back and will like translate. Actually, no. She's seeing that you guys aren't understanding like what she's saying. She does switch to common. She does have the capability to speak it. She just chooses not to.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. That wouldn't work. It only works for one way. I have comprehend languages.
Yeah, yeah. She'll be nice and switch her language. Yeah, but she does drop the illusion. You guys do see like an average height shifter. You would say possibly. Um, yeah, but you do see like her thousand tails. They're like just kind of fluttering everywhere. Uh, yeah, she's just kind of standing before, and then she kind of repeats herself in common of like, what would you give her to seek passage?
What would you ask?
Hmm. Well, I do like many things. I do like trinkets and knowledge. Knowledge is one of my domains. But also a fine tea. Crazy. It's literally in her lore that she likes tea.
Do we got a teapot in back?
I don't know. Do you pack tea with you?
I'll say if anyone has a mess kit, we'll say there's a random
Yes.
teapot. Okay, so
I
yeah, I
have
was
a
like, a
mess
few
kit.
people have a mess kit. Yeah.
Just like, I have
Ooh, wait.
a ration.
Could I make it with a herbalism kit?
Yeah, we'll say you can make it with
Yeah,
an herbalism
theoretically.
kit.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you'll I don't know if you have an herbalism kit check up there already.
I do.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You can go ahead and are any of you conveying this, or are you just gonna start taking things out?
I would have
Allow
liked
us
to.
to prepare you some tea.
Okay.
And
Yes.
perhaps I could offer you knowledge of my own god.
Ooh, who is your god?
I always forget her name.
Sune.
Sune.
Interesting. We've met once or twice.
You actually met my goddess?
Yeah,
Then you already know more than me, probably.
possibly, but I do like knowledge.
All I know is what I've read in the religious texts that I found. And while I was still associated with the church.
Hmm. Well, I guess while we're drinking tea, you can tell me all that you know. And you? She turns to Oswald, being the first person who noticed her illusion.
I will. I will. Okay, Ro. I don't remember at the very beginning of the campaign if we added the glass necklace that I carry with me into inventory, and then if something has happened to it.
Uh, I don't think anything's happened to it. I do remember you rolling that really like OP like glass thing.
Yeah, it was like crazy.
Yeah, I'll say it's probably still in your person. I don't remember you ever handing it out.
Okay, I'll pull that out.
She kind of hops off the rock and walks over to you. What is this?
It is a trinket from my past. Represents all that I've been through past. How long has it been? A year? Has it been a full
It
year?
has
now?
not been a year. No. You guys are
8 months?
about like I think 8 or 9 months in.
Yeah, past 8.
It's been a long time.
This is
Wow.
the best work I've ever created.
She extends her hand.
Place it in theirs.
She admires it for a while. Interesting. This is finely crafted. Well, if we're gonna have tea, we should have somewhere to sit. And she kind of like just snaps her fingers and like little chairs, not chairs, like little. She's very Japanese inspired, I have to say. Like little I can't remember what they're called, like pillows appear on the ground. Yeah. And you guys notice that even though it's verging on the sun setting, currently right now the sky is like illuminated.
I am going to take out some of the red dragon shell and claim. I don't know if any of this in your tea, but I've been carrying this around with.
Interesting. If I added it, would it be little shavings or? Yeah. I might be able to use some of it.
Like take a piece and like taste it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. You can roll me an herbalism check with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, 24.
Yeah, so we'll just speed through this just so we're not stuck in this one scene for a while. The tea is brewing. She's ended up being served the tea. Dell starts, I guess, reciting all that she knows. Since it is like common knowledge to you, I won't make you roll because that would just be harsh. I'll spare you that.
Let's roll it for shits and giggles, though.
Okay, I have faith in you.
16.
Yes, I have faith
on
in
religion.
you. Yeah. You kind of go into like some details. And she kind of just enjoys it all. After she's done drinking the tea, she kind of sits up, dusts off. She is wearing like an intricate like kimono. Like so she's not like in the buff. Um and she kind of looks to you guys. She's like, well, if you wish to know how to get back to where you belong, you just follow the path. Both paths lead to the same destination.
Can I ask, does your being here mean that the Feywild is coming closer to mortal plane?
She kind of thinks for a second. Yeah, it's getting very. It's getting too chaotic there. And I mean, I am one to play tricks, but sometimes I just need a break, and I come to the material plane just to rest.
I hope you can find.
Definitely. As long as No one comes around groping me.
Stares at Flame.
Flame is like redder than usual, looking straight at the ground.
Well, to make your trip easier, each one of our tails ignite into a blue flame.
Fire.
Osrul, you as you're looking at these flames, you kind of remember like those little wispy orbs. Those were like parts of her tails that were just like extending over the area as they kind of like ignite everywhere, and like the road kind of reverberates and it kind of like merges back to one road. She's like, okay, well, sorry, when I sleep sometimes my magic seeps out and trickery and illusions are my greatest feats.
Well, thank you.
Mhm.
We'll be on our way then.
Mm. And yeah, as you guys say that, as one flame goes out one by one, yeah, she just vanishes from your guys' vision. But you guys hear like the sound of like the grass being stepped on. She walks away. Tails just
met
rustling. There's so
someone
many tails.
I just met someone who's met my goddess.
Jealous much?
No,
Little.
just
Little.
awestruck, mostly.
Okay. Well, horse carriage master.
Mm-hmm.
Will we be on our way?
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
give you guidance.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys are fine. You won't need a roll again.
Okay.
It's
I
just a
was
straight shot.
ready. I was so ready.
Mouse runs out on the road, squished.
um yeah, as you guys head back home, um I want each of you just to roll a 1d4.
4.
1.
4.
Okay, 4 it is. um as you guys finally reach, Obel, it's a little bit later in the afternoon. The town guard kind of like approaches you and they notice who you are and they're like, oh, okay. They all do bear the insignias that they're supposed to be bearing. um yeah, as you guys get out of the cart, Marina's like falling asleep. It's been a long day for her. Zagara's like, I will
Rest, girl, you
carry
deserve
her.
it.
Yeah. Um each of you, what do you guys do as you exit the cart?
Mm-hmm.
Probably help Fry out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you guys? I'm trying to think how to describe this. Where do you keep like your coin purses?
Bells is generally like in her bag.
Mine is in the bag of holding.
Mine
It's
is
too
also
heavy
in
to
my
carry.
bag of holding.
I swear to God, Rogar.
Yeah. And then Flame, where was yours?
I also keep mine in my bag of holding.
So only Dell will notice. As you're like getting out of the car, your coin purse feels heavier.
Huh? And she'll kind of like take it out of her bag and like just peek into it.
Yeah. As you peek into it, you see let me pull it back up. Pop, 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 pop. A star rose quartz sitting inside of it. Uh do you touch it?
Uh, yes. I don't
Uh
know.
as you touch it, you hear the familiar voice again of the I almost said what her race is. You hear the voice of the fox goddess. Um, may this help you on your journey. Uh, and then for you guys, just for ease, this Star Rose Quartz will count for any type of material component for a spell, no matter the cost. But it's a one-time use.
Oh, oh, I got my diamond.
Adding that to my backpack, saving that
You
for
got a resurrection diamond, yeah.
Oh,
Like, we're not wasting this on Revivify. We're gonna save it for when we need a resurrection, bitch.
If we need a revivify.
no, I'm gonna use that revivify.
Yeah, you guys all exit the cart. You guys see Dell like look into her coin purse, and I'm sure she looks shocked.
Yes.
Uh, well, Dell, do you tell anyone?
I think I got a present from her. And she'll like pull out the quartz.
It is a very lovely quartz.
That's beautiful.
Very.
And then she'll like very quickly move it into her bag.
You ain't stealing this shit.
You really should probably keep some coins separate, just case pickpocket. Anyways.
In case reverse pickpocket.
Yes, father.
I'm gonna carry Fry into the school.
Yeah, you guys end up carrying Fry into school.
I will morally support.
Yeah, put down for rest. It's gonna take a few days. But yeah, you guys pretty much have like it'd be like a few hours before it hits like nightfall.
Would I have enough time? Oh, wait. First things first. Oh, no. Maureen's asleep. I don't want to wake her up.
A very long day, please. Just give her one night.
Would Zagara have a description of anyone in her family?
Yeah, she's met the family.
Sal would approach and ask for a name and description of a family member so she could send a message.
She will describe to you. Where's she gonna look? Grandma. I forgot their last names. Judas, no. Johnson. It was something. It was something
I think
basic.
it was Johnson.
I don't remember. It's on the finished quest line. But yeah, she'll describe Grandma.
Thank you. And with that,
Hudson.
I will.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think it was Hudson.
Oh yes,
Hudson. Papa Hudson.
That's correct.
Papa Hudson.
Yeah. Grandma Hudson.
Hudson's daughter.
In that case, I will use sending.
Okay.
And of course, introduce myself, say that I am a friend of Maureen.
Okay.
I am Delphirus Prelinae. am a friend of Maureen. Oh, weird. I counted 10. Did I miscount?
Hold on. Yeah, Maureen. Sorry, 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Please make your way out to Obel. We're at 16.
Okay.
Head west from Neverwinter.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It'll take 20 hours.
Whoa! Oh no! It's like 4. It's like 4.
It'll take 4 hours. Okay. I will say the proper amount of hours it should take.
In the past, it would have took that long. That was just a railroad.
I'm gonna use another message just to be extra clear.
Okay.
When you reach the gates, make sure to mention myself, Osrill, or Maureen. And that you are here to meet with Maureen.
Okay.
We're not leaving any room for misinterpretation in this bitch.
And then do you give them a little more details about the road?
Yes.
Sometimes the road changes.
Watch out for fox ladies.
Fuck. Okay, hold on.
Stretch.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Rogar, can you pull up the world map real quick?
Yeah. Actually, I think the Sword Coast map would probably be easier.
Yes, Sword Coast, my bad.
Yeah.
So it would be like southeast.
Yeah.
So I would obviously say southeast instead of just east.
Hmm?
Well, actually,
No,
it's more northeast.
Oh, northeast, my bad.
Southeast is down.
Northwest. From
No, that's
Northwest,
east.
Yeah. Wait, let me scroll down, make sure. Oh, the other.
Northeast from Neverwinter.
Yeah.
North
So I would say northeast. And then it's a straight shot.
Well, follow the path.
There is like a trail that leads. It's just not on the map because it's not a really used trail. Okay.
Follow the trail you see, and you'll reach us.
Grandma Hudson says, well, I don't know this fancy magic, but God, if this is you, I'll take your word.
Good.
He's a firm believer.
Tell us a goddess now! To Grandma Hudson!
It's Finn who's supposed to be starting the... or Flame, sorry. Flame who's supposed to be starting the religion here. Calm down.
Yeah. Trying to start a cult. I mean, a sect.
God.
Yeah.
All religions start as cults.
No, we were not going to leave that up to interpretation. There was going to be no misinterpreting of my words.
All right.
No.
Anything else from the other two?
I am gonna send Samson out to go meet them.
Okay.
And give them passes, but I'm gonna write temporary pass on it.
Yes, a temporary hall pass.
Yeah, temporary pass can be revoked at any time. Signed on.
Damn.
And then I'm going to touch base with Samson before he leaves about like how'd the school go while we were away. Any concerns?
Oh yeah, let's knock that out really quick. Yeah, you and Simpson are in the office. Yeah, oddly enough, the school has not had any incidents. To his knowledge, nothing has been made aware. Yes, it's been pretty quiet. Most students are just attending their classes. The paladins are a little rowdy, but I put them in line. It seems that I am a good figure towards them.
Good. Thank you for
It is
keeping
good that you brought food.
up. It. Yes, I figured we need it.
Yes, a lot of new students coming in. Like every 2 weeks, there's new faces. But yeah, so yeah, he'll head out, and you just want him to go down the road, or like go all the way to Neverwinter.
I want him to. I would tell him to go to like the edge of Neverwinter Forest
Okay.
and like hide there and wait there for them.
That's not gonna scare them at all.
No,
Not at
but
all.
But I also don't want him to like
Jumps out. Ha! Here are your hall passes. Yeah. All right, cool.
I would also sending my dad saying that as soon as he hits the town gates, say that you're here to see me.
Okay.
You will need a
It
hall
makes
pass.
sense. Yeah. He'll let you know that he should be there by like the morning.
Yeah, I would absolutely sending him and just be like, hey, when you hit the gates, just say that you're here to like see me. And we will get that handled.
Yeah. And Flame.
So after getting back, I would have gone to the greenhouse. Would anybody be in the greenhouse?
Grab DDs. Okay. There's actually like a little class that's going on.
Hmm.
They kind of like look at you and they're like, "Oh, we're about to head out." Sorry, it's a little druid class.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anything. Just came to do my rounds here. Make sure all the
Trouble of the
plants are happy.
stars. Yes. I forgot who the teacher of the druid classes are, but yeah, they head out, the whole lot of them.
Ooh, okay.
Now you're in here by yourself.
Yeah, Flame more or less just wanted to get to the greenhouse and hoping that no one would be there just to try and clear their head because they have a lot of thoughts going on. Yeah, and like they weren't like deeply affected by like the whole whispering of the sins in the alley earlier, but it is stuck in their head. And yeah, they sort of just spend their time taking care of the plants.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually, you all fall into a nice, peaceful sleep. Um, Dawn rises. Uh, it is. I just subtracted a day. Need to add a day. Calendar's really gonna get fucked. It is the 8th. Day Maureen's supposed to probably die. officially.
Yeah, we just sped the
Oh.
process up. MBD.
Yeah.
Can we take a long rest?
Yeah. Yeah. You all got the
Okay.
nice benefits of a rest.
Oof.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Um. Let me roll. Hmm. We'll start in Oswald's room. Oswald, you were awoken by the yellow dragon, who informs you that there is a guest here. No, they're at the door.
Who is it?
I forgot his name. Mr. Kroll a name right now. Like, okay. Oh, there's backstories. Yeah, Mr. Kroll and name. I'm trying to scroll through. Oh, there's someone.
Right. Gonna pull on my robe, walk out, almost leaving the door barefoot. Realize, oh crap, I'm at the school. Finish getting dressed really quick. And then walk out the door towards the front hall.
Yeah. You get there pretty easily. And do you open the doors?
On my way, I will send a message to Dell.
Oh, there we go.
Dell, your father is here. I'm about to let him inside the school. And then, yeah, go open the door.
Yeah, as you open the door, you do see a familiar face. By self.
Mr. Kalene, welcome to Angelwood Academy.
We'll see if he remembers your name. Yeah. Hey, a lot has happened, okay? Leave him alone. Oswald, yes, thank you.
I will hand him a sheet of paper and I'll burn my signal into it. This is your pass to get in and out of the school. Without it, you will probably be killed, so do not lose it.
Okay, that is interesting that you would point that out. Nervous sweats.
Dell should be here any moment.
Okay, so I'm just gonna wait here.
Come in.
Okay. Yeah, and he steps into the building. Yeah, we'll say a few moments pass, and Dell, you have enough time to get ready. Oswald, do you just stay there with him the whole time? Or do you like go back to bed?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I stay there with him, but it's like very like awkward. Like
No one's talking.
almost like the "you're dating my daughter" type talk, but like we're not actually. But it's like,
why did you never date my daughter talk?
How's the weather for the trip? Oh, good.
Kind of what?
Raining outside, huh?
Dell finally makes her entrance a few minutes later.
Yeah, when your dad sees you, kind of like runs up to you and gives you a hug. And it's been some time. Oh, awfully quiet, Dell.
I know. I had to rein myself in. Like, how would Dell react to this? Probably the same fucking way I would, since she's basically just me. Hi, Dad.
Oh, how are you?
I'm all right.
That's good. That's good.
What? What's going on though with our family?
Well, you
Also
see,
sneaks off.
you see, your mother, she was going to get some work, and the place that she went to did not it didn't bode well, and she accidentally burned down an establishment. That did not go well with the authorities, so we ran. And then Neverwinter, it's such a confusing place. So one minute we were next to each other, and the next thing you know, I was by myself.
You were in Neverwinter this whole time?
Oh, no, no, no. I traveled a little bit further down south. Like not too far. It only took me like two days to get here.
Glad that you're both safe.
I didn't know about your mom.
Relatively speaking.
Good, good, good. Yeah, it was in a nice little town. Nice people. But
Was he with the
yeah, don't
Hudsons?
worry. No, no, I was not with the Hudsons. It was further south. They're a little bit more like north-ish. They're also in the
God.
Neverwinter woods.
Imagine he just straight up ran to the fucking Neverwinter woods.
Yeah, it took me 2 days. I got lost. No, no.
And
I was like,
also,
oh,
hey, passive insight. I get the feeling that he doesn't want to say that his wife burned down the Rusty Nail.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's a little. That's a little. We're using like the correct terms, so like you're not like uh incriminating.
You don't need to mince words with me. Honestly, when I went to seek work in that place, I wanted to do much the same.
Yes, just you and your mother are quite alike. I know things are different now. She's
Vastly.
not. Yeah, she's not as she was for the past few years.
I just wonder what caused it.
Well, there used to be two moons in the sky. Now there's one moon. I'm just blaming the moons right now. It's the only thing I can grab onto.
She had her period twice a month.
She was regular, and now she's not. I just hope I wasn't the cause of it.
Nope, I don't think so. Pretty sure it wasn't. Pretty sure because she woke up one day, she was just back to her old self, and I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" And then she gave me a hug, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't done this in a while." It was very interesting. Then we went to Neverwinter because these black soldiers started appearing in the town and just saying, "Hey, we're gonna kidnap you, make you one of us." And we said, "Oh no!" And then yeah, we ran. A few of our friends got captured, but I'm sure they're fine. Lincoln, what a good guy.
They're- It's a long story, but
What's a long story?
they're not quite themselves.
Oh, did the moon also change them?
No, it was something else. Get your ass
Well,
back in here, then, Osrill! How about that? Get your ass back in here, bitch!
Oswald just listening around the corner, like, "Ooh, getting some information here." Yeah. Well, I'm sure they're fine.
They will be. I have faith.
As do most of us. Well, forgot what I was going to say. I spaced.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that you must have talked to your mother, or at least, been to Neverwinter and found out the, in air quotes, incident. I just can't
Yes.
break the habit.
Uh, Regular to my performances at the Iron Bucket told me about it.
That does sound very familiar.
Mother used to perform there.
Oh, yes. My memory does recall that now, and I remember that's where I met her. And then we met that other, well, I mean, the other girl, the other elf was there as well. Another nice, lovely person.
Sure, she bears
Guys.
no ill will towards you. Towards Mother and myself, on the other hand,
What?
I may have snubbed her spot the first night I performed there.
Oh. Oh, Dell. What are we gonna do?
You shut up in there! You're like 20 feet away from me. Do you want this?
No, Osrill is gone. Way far away now.
No. Not Osrill. Like you, as a person. Do you want this? Because I want you to think long and
Yes.
hard about that answer. Anyway.
Yeah, perhaps we should get some breakfast.
That would be lovely. I'll show you to the mess hall. Since Osrill still has the in-school teleporting disabled.
Yeah, a lot of walking, a lot of exercise these days.
Especially for the staff. Imagine. I have to
I
run
mean,
from your fucking office to my classroom, bitch.
yeah, crazy. Not like one of the staff didn't like quote unquote betray everyone. But yeah, camera
Well,
kind
we
of
could fire her. But for
pretty
some
sure she's
reason,
been
Oswald
fired.
just doesn't want to.
Pretty sure she's been fired.
She's been
Pretty sure
banished
she's not
from
on
the school, but okay.
Exactly. So, like, why don't you just re-enable teleportation already?
Because I like to see you run.
Yes.
Okay,
camera
how would you feel about
pans
hitting an
over.
Eldritch Blast or two?
Calm down.
Or a Thunder Wave?
Calm down.
Yes, the camera pans over to Flame's humble abode.
Can we take a break
But
first?
before we, yeah, I was gonna say, before we do that, we're gonna hop to our break.
Oh,
We'll be
thank God.
back.
Yes. What's going on in Flame's room?
It was.
Okay. Bye. See you in a little bit.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, we're back. But yeah, the camera pans over to Flame's room, and Flame, what are you doing this morning?
Has Hope already gone to the forge?
We'll say no.
Okay. Is she also up though?
Yeah. So it's her day off.
Yay. Yeah, I'll kind of get up and I'll give Hope a hug.
Okay. She returns your hug. How was the trip?
It well, it was interesting at least. I don't remember a quarter of it.
Hmm?
They convinced me to go out drinking one of the nights, and I mean you know how well it went back home.
I just don't understand how you can't handle any liquor.
Honestly, I don't either. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I can do that again. Ooh, the memory gap is just too freaky to me.
Well, Brewfest is over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about next year, but
Whew, yeah, I'm gonna try and stay away next year.
Hmm. Well, anything exciting happen?
Maureen has her ring now.
Hmm.
So,
Um, where's she staying?
I'm hoping it's here. I haven't really talked fully about it, but ideally, if we can convince her to stay here, it would be best.
She thinks for a minute. Uh, honestly, would be best, especially regarding.
Her future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should go fetch some food.
Yeah. Yeah. Breakfast is always good.
I heard that they're doing corn hash or something this morning. Never
Ooh.
had that.
I've had it once here. It's pretty good.
Okay, well, I'll take your word. Has a flashback to when you made. Oh god, what the fuck did y'all make? It was something weird pancakes.
Oh, I was making scrambled eggs. Fry made scrambled eggs with chocolate.
Oh, that's what it was. It was yeah. Flashback to that, like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna take your judgment of taste.
I didn't have any. I just encouraged Fry to make it.
Yeah, almost just as bad. But yeah, you guys head off uh to the to the mess hall. You don't head off to the kitchen. um while you are walking there, um you feel like a sense of magic uh emanating like from you.
Hmm. Just from me in general, or from a particular point?
Um, from like where your bag of holding is.
Uh, okay. I'll root around in my bag of holding and see if I can like pull out what I think is it. What's causing this sense?
Yeah. As it's expelled, the same gemstone that Dell had, you have one as well.
Oh.
Yeah, you hear like the familiar voice of the fox god is saying, this will like allow you to cast any type of magic. You don't need to worry about the cost.
Okay.
Hmm. Um, Hope notices it as well, and she's like, "That is an extremely well cut gem."
Yeah, it's a gift from a goddess, apparently.
Did this happen while you were drunk?
I wish I could say yes.
Oh, then, I mean, why did you not tell me? This is exciting news. You met a deity.
I glance at my ring. Well,
Oh, true. That's my. Well, you met two deities.
it was uh, I okay when so if as Flame's starting to get a little flustered.
You okay?
Yeah, I accidentally touched her somewhere I shouldn't have. She was illusioned as a fox, and I tried petting the fox, and uh, that was a
I I don't understand how just you and animals. Just that squirrel back home.
we don't need to talk about David.
I I wasn't gonna say the name. I'll spare you that. But I mean, now there's a fox. I mean, did you at least like mend things? Well, I'm guessing since she gave you a present.
Yeah, I brewed her some tea, and I yeah, it was so embarrassing.
I'm not surprised.
I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry. It's just it was magic. It happens. The best thing is that you did, like, apologize and set things straight. Last thing we need is an inward daughter goddess after us.
Right? Yes.
Well, and like with that, you guys like round the corner and you guys are in the mess hall. And you guys see Dell and a strange man sitting with them. Because you've never met Dell's dad.
Hmm.
This is something you've never seen inside the school at all. I would say you were made aware that her parents were coming.
Right. Uh yeah, I would walk past and just say good morning, Del.
Good morning.
Uh,
Uh,
is is this your father?
yes,
He
this
kind of
is. Oh my god,
stands
that's
up.
the wrong chat.
Yeah, let's see if I'm seeing this game.
Hello. I am a friend of Dell's. I am Living Flame.
Looking for yes. I am Martyr? Martyr. Is that how-
Martyr.
Martyr. Okay, I had it right. All right. Okay, I found
think.
it. Yeah, we're crazy here. Yes, I am Martyr Crowley, Dell's biological father. Don't know why I included
Trying to say Dell has a thing for daddies now? Fuck.
it just
No,
came
she was
out.
actually adopted.
She was adopted by her mom. It's a really weird situation. Like, we got rid of her, and then we adopted a child, and it turned out to be her. They really messed up the paperwork there. I'm joking. He's so horrible.
In Fandolin, they would.
Yeah, Panda was like, well, we just got a new kid added in, and it's like, oh, really? We'll take a look. Oh, wow. A half-elf child. Wow, this is interesting. It's almost like we gave up a half-elf child a few days ago. That's so funny. Poor Fandolin. I did you dirty. But yes, no. It's just her normal dad in all sense. Hope kind of elbows you.
And this is my partner, Hope.
She sends her hand. They shake. They have some pleasantries. Once again, he for some reason slips up and says biological. Just like a force of habit.
When that moon fell, I tell you what.
It changed the world.
All sorts of secrets coming out.
Yeah, Dell's got a long lost brother.
Imagine!
Yeah. He sent him to a school. I'm joking. Turns out it's that paladin.
God, imagine. Fucking
Yeah.
imagine if that was
They were
Dell's
actually-
brother.
Yeah, they're actually twins. We just couldn't afford to have 2 kids.
You just sent him off to a fucking school for paladins!
Well, that's a school for magically gifted people, I guess. Okay, well let's not throw any non-canon stuff out there.
God.
Yeah. So how did you guys meet Elle?
Well,
Dell is like behind her father making the do not fucking tell the truth motion.
was about to be hanged.
Oh, gotta be me. I definitely noticed. Like, it looks over you, like, what?
I've told Hope this. Hope knows.
No, I know, but why are you telling this? Her father.
Oh,
Dell is like just now
Flame's like-
angrily messaging Finn in their head, just like screaming in Celestial.
I'm nodding, pretending I understand.
If anybody were to just take a look at her, she is like stone faced.
Wait, why were you going to be hung?
Well, when I arrived in Neverwinter, I was taken to jail because, I was taken to jail by the Black Knights and they came up with some random excuse. Honestly, I was just sitting on a park bench. I mean, I had an open flame in front of me, but that doesn't mean anything.
Oh yeah. Can't open and carry.
Yeah.
Oh
But I mean, even so, that seems like an extreme. Like,
yeah.
why would they hang me
No.
for that?
You know what? I blame it on this moon issue.
What moon
There
issue?
was there was two moons and now there's only one moon.
Right.
Yeah. Ever since that second moon disappeared, I don't know. The world's just been a different place.
That should say head, but never mind.
Screaming. Don't scream. Yeah. Crazy. So many things changed in the matter of like a few weeks after that meme said, "Okay, I'm out," and then disappeared.
Huh.
Hmm. Yeah, Hope would explain like that's how like when around the same time that the moon disappeared is when she fully discovered like what her powers were. Well, not powers, but what her class was technically.
Mm. Huh.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So where are you from there, kiddo?
Uh, well, originally I'm from Green-Ness.
Never heard of it.
That's for the best. I mean, it's an alright city, but town is a city or town. I don't care.
It almost sounds like old Fandolin. None of us really cared, but we were there, right, Dell?
Oh, we were there.
We were there. We had blue wings. They murdered people.
Oh,
Played your best friends right in front of your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, ever since they showed up, like a few weeks later, I don't know, Dell's mom just changed. I don't like calling her Dell's mom. I know her name.
Are you sure about that one? You did
It's
almost forget Osriel's name.
Fallen. Fallen?
Poland.
Fallen. I had it right the first time. I just every time I think of names, I just second guess myself.
Even on your
But yeah,
own name, sir, please.
yeah, even my own name. I'm up there, I'm a human.
Please, I don't need to come to terms with my dad's mortality at 24 years old.
Well, you guys should get some food and come sit down. We can tell stories or something.
um, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some corn hash. Thought there was gonna be corn, but there's no corn.
Oh wait, there's no. What is it? Wait, what is it then?
As you look, it's just like mashed potatoes. Not it's like a hash brown, but like they just didn't have any corn. The supply didn't come in, and then just got here today, but they already had it pre-made. So they're just calling it corn hash. There's some specks of like
There's
It's just hash browns.
yellow.
yeah.
It's just hash browns. Like little specks of something yellow. Maybe squash. They're like, hey, look, man, we told these kids corn hash, and we're gonna give them something.
Squash hash.
Squash hash. Yeah. Yeah, you guys. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, good. Go with hope and get food. And
Yeah, you guys go and get some foodies. The camera kind of like circles around the whole entire building. It's like, oh wait, where's Osro? And then it finds Osro. Oh, where did you run off to?
Osro would be in the office. I am going to. So before, when we wanted to talk to Quinn's brother, we used Quinn's gem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to write down 25 words I will want Del to speak, and then wait like 4 hours pretending to do paperwork and look very busy. And then message Del like, Del, will you come to my office when you have a moment? Please.
My dad just came here.
It is important.
Oh, do you eventually go to Osro's office?
Yeah, I still have a fucking class to teach.
Bitch, you haven't been teaching it at all.
Yeah, I mean, you've been going for a whole week almost.
You're technically not a
crazy.
teacher here, but
You just help out in some of the classes. You're a teacher's aide.
you're the sub, yeah.
Help out where I can.
I'm sure they need it.
And then, of course, I have my lessons with Seraphine.
There you go. That's where you're a teacher. Even you're missing a few of those too, but it's okay. Gone for 3 days. But she's got a regiment going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Osro, Dell approaches the office, and what do you want her to say? Like, what are you doing?
Hold on, I'm typing it out.
You're typing it out.
Yeah, on my fancy new computer in the office.
Yeah. Make sure you have word count on.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Good catch. Oh, maybe not a good catch.
Okay. Del. I need you to send a message. Sending, whatever you called it. Sending, I think is what you called it. To Finn's brother.
Remember his name?
Phelan.
Yeah. That would be right.
I need to send a message to Phelan.
Hey, what do you want to say?
I will hand her a note that has I'll just post it there. It says that this is Jell. The Fae must not attack the mortal plane. The mistress is aware of your plan and plans to destroy you and the protector.
Okay.
100% sure he knows Dell's voice by now, but yeah.
Yeah.
God, he's probably gonna reply with something along the lines of, "Okay, sexy kitten."
He's
Okay,
not
little
that
mama.
into you. He's into everyone as equally, I should say.
I was just like, he definitely tried to fuck her on sight.
I mean, he tried to fuck all of them.
Yeah.
This thing.
Would fuck
the only thing
Flame.
he's got out of them.
Would fuck Fry.
Yeah, he's absolutely the most insistent on Dell, though, because she was vehemently violent towards him.
Yeah. Got a degradation kink.
Well, listen, Dell will degrade you for money.
I'm a little bad boy. I spilt my water. Big oopsie.
You have to stop.
Okay. So yeah, Del, do you send out the message?
Yep.
Okay, roll a D100. Let's see if it makes it.
God. I forgot how that works, does it?
10%. 10% chance it fails.
5%.
Oh, 5% chance. I can't remember, honestly.
It arrived.
Woo. Hmm.
Should it? Because the way I thought of it is like 1 to 5, no.
Yeah, it's like 1 to 5, no. I'm just trying to think
Okay.
what he's gonna do.
These are in red.
Yeah, it's currently 1 red. Definitely got it. Hmm. What let me do? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys feel a bit of like frost in the air as a portal opens up. The blue dragon like goes to react, but then it's just like countered easily. And yeah, out of like the little frosty portal, Valen holding his goblet like normally steps out. You reign.
Yes. We encountered, what was the name of the goddess again?
Oh shit! I have to look back up. Taichiro, I think.
Taichiro. We encountered Taichiro on the road, and I thought I should give you a call.
Another deity of the Feywild. Well, how's she doing? She tends to hang out in the spring court, a smaller court.
She seems very tired, but it's been very chaotic in the Fae.
Well, I mean, we're preparing for things, you know.
Hi there. Speaking of,
So,
I'm gonna
yes.
quickly send a message Flame and Fry and be like, to them both, be like, if you want to be in on the talks with Faye, please come to the office quickly.
I really wants to, but he's just so tired. So that's 2 levels of exhaustion. Does Flame go?
Yeah. I would tell Hope that got group stuff to deal with.
Okay, well, I'll be at the house, the apartment. I'll be at our place of residence until.
Okay.
Yeah, she gives you a little kiss before you go.
I smile and then run off.
Yeah, you eventually make it up. And yeah, Phelan's like, well, the sisters, they finally agreed. We should just go to war. It's like, when was the last time we did that successfully? Oh, hello. As he notices Flame running in.
Hi.
I remember you. The aloof one.
What do you mean by successfully went to war?
Oh, well, I mean, they go to war like every few years just to be like, we're gonna war over the lands of the Sealy Court and the Unsealy Court. Just always are in a constant war. And the Autumn Court and the Spring Court kind of just like vibe, but they're part of our court, so
well,
kind of just said, you know what, let's fuck shit up.
and it may do just that. Currently, the Protector is also in wood.
I think I heard of this person. Kind of like sips from his goblet, like, oh yeah, lady who like being, I don't know what it is, creature. Just kind of
Demigod.
like, I'm closer to a demigod than I think they are.
Either
Yeah,
way.
yeah, they like trap people and then refine them into magic. I mean that's how that sword was made that our family uses. Well, used. Great grandfather. Well, great great grandfather.
Is there any way we can stop the sisters from attacking mortal plane?
Well, I mean the only thing that I could think of is, you putting in like a formal request to speak with the Sealy Court and the Unsealy Court. And I mean, I could sign off on you guys. You guys seem valuable. As you know, I am the king of the Winter Court.
Well, please send the request. I'm sure it will take some time to process. But
Oh no, things get done pretty fast with legal matters. Yeah, you should have like an answer in like a day or two.
oh, that fast.
Yeah. We don't really, no one really like sends messages to the Sealy Court or the Unsealy Court unless it's like a proclamation of war.
Mm.
So yeah, the line is very short.
Well, perhaps hold off on for 2 days
2 days.
of needs a bit of rest before we walk into Sealy Court.
The energetic one, right?
Yes. So energetic today.
Oh, maybe I should pay a visit.
No.
Absolutely not.
In fact, the
I'm just saying,
Protector's probably nearby and would probably visit you up. I want that.
I'm just saying, I can really make people energetic.
And we appreciate it. Need some bed rest.
Okay, if you can say so.
Please, if you will, relay.
Totally. Kind of like stands up, takes a sip from his goblet. Well, aloof one, it was nice talking to you again, even though you never talk.
Oh, this is Flame.
I know. I've just decided just to call you guys by different names, since like we're probably going to war.
How do you know?
I've seen you around.
Right, but my name. I've never introduced myself as that to you.
Oh, you don't. Oh, so like I have this crystal, like big crystal, and like I can just like spy in on people.
Called it
It's
a
like
scrying TV?
Yeah, it's a scrying TV. You go through some
Oh.
crazy things.
He apparently watches the Housewives of
Of Waterdeep, yes. Well, it ain't been the same since, the murder of most of them. Yeah. Risa's still around, though, flipping tables.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Now she just flips tables at other people. It's not the same.
Well, please let me know word drives whether we have an audience or
Yeah. I could set up an appointment. Don't worry, don't stress it. You guys have a king on your side. But yeah, you should also. I was just gonna cast greater restoration on your friend, but if you do that, that would also cure them of whatever ailments they might have. Well, bye for now. And just disappears in a bunch of snowflakes. They just stay on the ground.
into flame. Even if he offers billion gold, probably want to be careful.
Okay.
You just might be in a contract and sleep with him or something. And
Oh.
That sounds so
Okay.
we've had some weird dealings with him and his wife and grandmother. Anyways,
Wow. Okay.
that was all. You should probably go rest up. We've had a long few days. Enjoy your time with your partner.
You pause there for a bit. Anyways, thank you. I leave.
I noticed you were gonna maybe say something different, but you didn't. Yeah. As you guys are spending the rest of your day, kind of just doing your normal day-to-day activities, you all kind of get a message. Uh, it's a message to everyone, that I forgot what they were called. Let me go look. Google Drive.
The Hudsons?
The what?
Talking about the Hudson family?
No. The Hudson's
Okay.
family are not here yet. That the new group called Honey Love is going to put on a performance.
I'm going
And
down to go watch them.
Oh my god. It's time for my baby to put all her practice into perk.
I'm trying to remember all the members. So you have Seraphine.
Mm-hmm.
You have you just go down the list. Gregory. Merrick. We're gonna say Merrick. I like that better. Then you have Haley, and then last but not least, you have I forgot how to say your sister's name again.
Arena.
Damn, I was gonna say that. Arena. It was kind of like their manager. Manager slash bodyguard.
Every good
But
group
yeah,
needs a good manager.
who's your guys' manager? Anyways, don't want to point any fingers. All my screen will go off the right of me. on my screen, like on Discord and whatever. Kind of nudging my way towards Slum.
Sky. Are you going to the performance?
Yes, obviously. That is my prodigy right there. I have to see her work.
Yeah. Flame, you know that Poet Your Mom is going. You know, it's a musical event.
Yeah.
Why should she not be there?
Right. Yeah. I'd go with her and Hope.
Yeah. You guys are all actually you guys find out that it's gonna be actually held in Oval because they need like a big open field. And by open field I just mean a big open area. Yeah, it's just um yeah. As you guys head out, the town itself, it looks a little different. Like, I mean, of course, stuff from like Brewfest is still around because you know it's only been one day. Someone might have like a PTSD memory. A keg of ale rolls by.
Burst into flames.
You see the visage
Don't get
of
near
the
me.
pork woman. Just...
Don't know what that means.
I was too far gone by that point. But yeah, there's like a stage decked out there. It looks like was built pretty fast. Overnight. And yeah, you guys kind of see like sitting down and like I guess it's not really the front row. How the hell would you describe this? Underneath the stage, you can visibly see like some members of like the wizarding class.
God.
Yeah, there's a few of them down there. But hey, look, I mean each of them are almost spellcasters, but you know, they need some help.
We just get them some therapy.
Well, no. You'll see why they're there. They're not there to like, get killed. This is the one time.
Oh.
One time they're not being murdered. But yeah, I did make it sound like they were about to. I was like, it is built fast.
Yeah.
They're just hiding under it.
Nails sticking
It
out.
falls through. They all get
Right?
killed. But no. Yeah. As like it kind of dawns closer to the time, from underneath the stage, you hear like minor whispering as they're casting incantations as like fog begins to pour out. They're casting fog cloud. They're really spicing things up. That's what they were there for. They're there to like do whatever it's called, pyrotechnetics. But fog cloud. And yeah, eventually there's like a lull of like quiet as dancing lights appear in the air. Uh each light is kind of shaped like just like a different avian animal. There's even one random ass penguin that's not flying. Hey, look, they just they were like, oh man, yeah, they'd give us any game a bird. It's almost like, oh, penguin got you, sis. But yeah, plus it's not that funny. Stop make me laugh. Arena does step out and she's holding like a stick that has like thaumaturgy cast into it. So her voice kind of booms. And she's just like, well, thank you all for coming out here to this first ever performance of. I had to see this. Oh, God. of Honey Love. Can someone get that penguin, please? um, but yeah, this is their first ever. They're well, we are an adventuring group that just does some light work as musical performers. I'm gonna have to minimize the screen because you're laughing too much. But yeah, she's like, oh, without further ado, she kind of like steps off the stage. She's not one of the performers. um, yeah, stepping out from like stepping up because you wouldn't step out. Yeah, you're stepping up from underneath the stage. Is Seraphine in like a it kind of looks like Dell's performance like dress that she wore like mm, a long time ago, like from I think it was like the first time she ever played. Not applied, whenever the first time she played at the Iron Bucket. Yeah, so it's kind of like loosely based off of that. I barely remember what it looks like. I had notes, but if you guys could see, I wrote it all on a sticky note because I didn't have any extra paper around, and the other sticky notes are all gone. So I just have like kind of like the rough idea, and everything else is gone. But yeah, Seraphine steps out. Haley, who is a male, steps out in like a kind of matching outfit. A little pantsuit.
Boy,
Um,
Seraphine's really trying to sex it up for her first performance, though. Because the dress Dell wore at the Iron Bucket was sexy.
yeah, it was our first performance. I mean, it's not like scandalous. It's like I would say probably like the same colors, not like the same style. You know,
Yeah, and
It's
yours
just
wasn't
like,
like the super deep V. It was just like a
it was a modest V.
yeah, but it was like still
Modestly
showing off
drunk.
plus.
Yeah, modestly drunk V.
yeah.
Yeah. From behind them to steps out a pair. Gregory, a little I can't read what race he is anymore because it's got smudged. Half elf, maybe?
Yep.
Yep, half elf wizard, yep. Man, this is so horrible. And then Merrick. I decided to go back to Merrick instead of the other name. Who actually is a changeling, and currently they are in a female persona to kind of like balance out the group. And yeah, they just begin doing their shit as many of spells are being flung out. Of course, you know, not hostile spells. There's like a random ice knife that goes into the air and explodes and like falls down as snow. Just making sure no one gets pelted with shards of ice. Um but Dell, as you're noticing uh Seraphine's performance, um you come to realize that she has reached level 3, and she's a type of bard of creation like you, but she's like the newer version. As her notes of I forget what it's called in the new one. Her notes are different. Like they kind of float around. They kind of like embody all 3 of your notes into one, because that's like the updated one.
God, I wish that were me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just called a moat of potential, and it just has all 3 of like your little musical notes inside of it. Um, but actually, as you look closer, hers aren't actually like musical notes. They're actually like little flowers. And then anyone who really knows like the flower shield family can easily recognize it as like their crest.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is precious!
Yeah,
Oh,
and I forget what this does.
I look for Diggory when I see that.
Same. I'm like,
yeah. As you guys look for, he's like in the front row, just cheering on. Definitely happy.
Good.
Damn,
aw. I think it's
I
awful.
keep forgetting that like with the College of Creation at level 3, you can start creating things.
Let me check.
Yeah, because she can create one non-magical item of their choice within 10 feet,
Um,
and it can't be
that
used
is
around
not at
it.
level 3. At least not for me.
Yeah, no. The updated one is for level 3s. Like she can just whole ass create a non-magical item as long as it doesn't weigh cost more than what 20 times her bard level.
I don't get that
Whoa.
until 14th level. What the fuck?
Damn, yeah, it's crazy. Should have switched around. Might need to take some lessons there so you can modify your class. But yeah, this giant, not giant, this medium size shield appears, and they all kind of like step behind it in a line. It glimmers softly, and as it fades away, all of their outfits are changed into like what they typically wear, which are just bright colors. Seraphine is decked out in brilliant blues. Uh, Haley is decked out in different shades of white. Gregory is pops of yellows and golds. And last but not least, Merrick is different shades of like purple. As they each kind of have like their own like color to signify something you guys don't know. But yeah, it's actually a great performance, and this like the music, the tempo changes, the fog cloud from underneath kind of disappears and is replaced with that actually real pyrotechnetic spells as it just starts going off. There's some smoke screen, there's some actual fireworks. It gets really amped in here. And yeah, you all, let me scroll back to the tippy top. You're all gonna gain something. I forget what it's called. Damn, this is embarrassing. All right, you all are going to gain not a bathroom. Crazy. It's crazy that I would.
You get one extra bathroom in the whole school.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, this is we're just gonna extend this. Normally, it does not go this long. Um, uh, it does cure. Fry. Fry did show up very weakly, but Fry looks back to normal. And each of you, whenever you guys roll a saving throw, until we'll say sometime it'll end in February. I'll put like a February as your last day. Yeah, you can automatically choose to succeed
Oh.
if you fail.
Just one?
Just once.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's only on saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah, as you guys feel like these musical like notes are inspiring you all to greater skills and talents. Oh, it's cute. Yeah, and then it kind of dies down, and eventually it comes to an end, and then like the town of Obel definitely was like, wow, this is crazy because they just had Brewfest, and now they just had this really inspiring performance. But
Big claps.
yes, big claps, big claps. Everyone does big claps.
You just see Dell going absolutely ape shit.
Proud Mama Bear.
She's so proud of her little student. You have no idea.
She's like that soccer mom that's yelling too loud. It's like,
Oh gosh.
No. Oh God, no. Are you
Finally.
kidding?
A little condescending in there, like, you did it! Finally! Ooh,
No,
wow.
Del would
Excuse
never.
me? She would fucking never. Belle
But
has
yes.
been nurturing since the start.
I mean, there was that one day where you were like really worn out when you were like wearing yourself out.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I apologized to her.
You did. Well, there was that one hiccup. Let's not paint Dell to be perfect. But yeah, at the very end, it's like everyone's like packing up. You guys are all probably getting ready to leave. So only Flame would recognize the Hudson family.
Oh.
As you see, like in the distance, Papa Hudson walking around.
Oh gosh.
He just looks in shock. He's like, Wayne, look at all these racists.
Ooh. I'm gonna grab Azrael and Dell, and then so
I wanted to.
that's
Okay.
the Hudsons.
It's all right.
We
I
gotta
can
raise this.
handle this. I'm sure. If you two have other things that you need to attend to, just tell me what the problem is. Or just what's going on in general. And I'll handle it.
You know. Del, I don't need you beating up someone.
Yeah, you guys all walk over to the Hudson family.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you were all led over by your faithful Hudson family finder.
Yes, that's wonderful.
You get so many new titles now. And yeah, Papa Hudson easily spots you, and he was like, "Oh, hey there, you're
Familiar race.
I recognize you. You were one of the folks that helped save my long lost daughter."
Yes. Flame. Would be my
Okay, that's a little different. I know it started with an F, but I know it wasn't Flame because that's fire.
Oh, that's true. Things have happened since then.
Kind of pat you on the shoulder. It's okay. I know you murdered her friends, and I guess that changes a person.
That may not be the event they're referring to.
Oh. Well, Grandma Hudson, she got a message from good old Tamora saying that we should come here.
I'm like,
No. That was me. My name is Deltheris Krelline. You can call me Del.
Okay. I mean, she was pretty sure it was our goddess Timora. Because this is a very luckful situation that we have just found. Because we lost good old Maureen again, and we were like, oh, we're gonna have to send out another message to that school. But for some odd reason, we just couldn't get any messages there. Yeah, it turned do not send or something, or sender not available. I don't know. The postman said he couldn't get into the school. Some sort of magic barred him.
He doesn't have the pass.
Look over to the yellow dragon. Look over to the red dragon. So the mail just hasn't been arriving?
Yeah, John's like, well, technically you said not to let people in, so we've just been telling the man we don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah. some things were like, "This is your last warning," but we were like, "Ah, it doesn't matter."
Anyways.
And then you were always gone, so we couldn't relay the message back.
I'm gonna turn to Papa Hudson, and I'm Osriel Wagenthorpe, head man of Angelwood Academy.
He's
Wow, you're the fancy man behind the veil.
As it were, yes. Speaking of, I'm gonna pull out like a scrap little piece of paper and burn my sigil on it, and burn temporary pass on it as well.
What is this?
This is a pass to get into the school.
I have one of those. Samson kind of walks around. You
Oh,
did
you
get
did
Samson.
meet Samson. Okay.
Oh yeah. He jumped out of the woods saying, "Wait! Don't go any further. My liege demands you to stop." And I was like, "What?"
Del just
liege?
gives Osriel a look that says, "And you were worried about me?"
Well,
Yeah.
we have tight security.
Grandpa
here.
Hudson almost died. Almost gave him a heart attack. It's okay though. Lady Luck was on our side today. I don't know how much more shocking evidence he can get. I think one more bad news or one more shocking event might just push him over.
Like,
But it's okay.
actually,
I think so. He was pretty close. Lord, we did a quick prayer, and you know, our goddess, she heard us, and
so seeing Marine wouldn't set that off, right?
I mean, is she missing any limbs?
No.
I mean, if she's just her normal self, then yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I mean, that would be a very weird trigger to kill someone.
And how about a large army of orcs? Would that set him off?
I think that would set me off probably. I mean, last time I checked, orcs are not good creatures. Now, I know when I first met, and he looks over to you, Flame. I know when I first met, we got off on the wrong foot, but you know, living in Neverwinter for a week has really opened my eyes. And I can say, on the benefit without a doubt, orcs are not nice people. I heard they eat people, and in Tribord Trail during Brewfest, they hunt orcs. They hunt them dead.
Well, in Opal, they are going to be protecting us.
Wow, now color me red. I don't know. I just learned that saying a few days ago.
I like look at Flame like.
Del just like minor illusions, fucking red hue on him.
Wow, Timora, once again, you have blessed me.
Immediately
yeah.
breaks the spell.
Oh, guess it's only a temporary effect. But yeah, it's a new saying I picked up.
Yeah.
You just say, "Color me this."
No.
And I just looked over and saw red. And it was an easy color to say off the top of my head.
Don't use that saying.
What is it? Is it something bad?
Just don't. I'll message Marine. I'm gonna message Marine and be like, your family has arrived in Opal.
Yeah, she also was at the performance, so she's not too far
okay,
away.
Perfect.
And pretty much everyone came out. Yeah. She runs over. Her 7 other like brothers and sisters all run over and tackle her. And yeah, there's a lot in this family. There's 12 people in total, including Maureen. So there's 11 people here now. Yeah, well, Maureen is so glad to see you. You know, you have Mama Hudson so worried. You gotta stop disappearing, honey. Where do you go? And then she kind of like tells him the whole story. grandpa husband.
Yeah, undercover grandpa
husband.
husband years.
He almost goes to faint, but you save him. She's like, oh shoot, I forget about his heart murmurs. But yeah, it's actually quite like enjoyable. You guys see like a little. I mean, for most of you, okay, for two of you, you have maybe some family issues, so it's kind of nice to see like a happy family. And for the other one of you, I'm not gonna say anyone's name. You actually have like a normal family. Well, I guess not really. You ain't got a dad, so I guess yeah, you go kind of like, wow, this is what a family looks like. They're all happy. It's so interesting that each of you have some sort of family issue. Now that I'm thinking about what everyone does. Wait, Troy also has family issues. This is crazy.
What's D&D without a little family trauma?
Sure, yes. But yeah, my brain lost a thought. Yeah, so you all see that, and out of the corner of actually Flame's eye, you see a figure about like 45 feet away, like kind of like just watching like your group, just like the three of you. You can't really make out like who they are, but they're watching you. You notice because you got. Wait, does anyone else have a perception over 18?
No.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, so yeah, so close.
14.
Nowhere near.
I'm gonna kind of break away from everyone, sort of sneak over.
A little sneak. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Are you trying to sneak from like the person's view too that's watching y'all?
They're like watching you. Trying to go
Yeah, so they're like
sideways,
watching you like,
and
Are you trying
Yeah.
to sneak up on them? Okay, you're gonna have to roll a stealth check to get out of their view. 'Cause
Uh,
they got an eye on you. They like, I see you there. See
Okay.
you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna shoot you with my crossbow.
Oh wow, a 20.
A 20, yeah, you definitely get out of their sight. Get out of everyone's sight. Yeah, Flame just like extinguishes from this world. Reignites behind or wherever you
Teleports
appear.
behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sort of approach from behind. I'll put my hand on one of their shoulders and say, "It's a nice view out there, isn't it?"
That's scary one. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Like you instantly feel them like freeze up. And they kind of like adjust their posture. They were like kind of hunched over, like just like watching from the shadows, and now like they're kind of like well adjusted. Like they kind of like poise themselves. Um, and the voice is. I was just examining some things before making my appearance known.
This is Zakara?
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
her voice is just
Sorry.
really close to Sagara's. Crazy. I'm not a voice actor, sad face.
Yeah. Do I recognize them?
You know. They haven't turned around either.
Okay. Are you
That sounds like a
nervous?
feminine voice.
Are you nervous to go over?
Am I nervous? Yeah, I'm nervous. No, I'm just gonna sound like that now. uh, nervous? No. Apprehensive? Yes.
Hmm. Would it be easier if you went over with me?
Look here, sweetheart. I truly don't know you. So I'm gonna have to say no,
Fair enough.
but I guess it would make it a little bit easier since you seem to know the others. Are you close to them?
To which ones?
Uh, the figure is looking towards to Osriel and Dell.
Yes, I know him quite well.
Hmm. How well do you know them?
Hmm. Well, they've saved me once. And, been in a lot of dangerous situations with them since then.
Interesting. And you would call them a friend, right?
Yes, I would.
Well, perhaps you could walk me over. I am a little injured.
Sure. My name is Flame. And yours?
My name? She like kind of like tosses down her hood. You see like elven ears, kind of, a dead giveaway. Uh, the name is Alora.
Hmm. I don't recognize this name.
Nope,
Pretty
nope.
sure. Okay. Well then, follow me,
Yeah. Uh,
and I'll start making my way back over to the group.
Making your way downtown. Yeah, as you make your way downtown,
Make my
a lot of faces are passing, and there is random piano music playing. Yeah.
It's an expert
You
performance on the
guys.
stage.
Yeah, they're just going at it. It's like a piano solo. Yeah. Out of the peripheral vision of Osriel and Dell, you see Flame walking with a person. And Osriel, you have a flashback when you were 9 years old.
A lot
And
happened
you
that
remember
year.
Nine
and
was
you
a very
remember
big year for him.
yeah, and you remember your parents telling you that story of that Fox deity. And I might have butchered your mom's name, but you recognize this as your mom. Yeah, you're right. Hello, mother.
It was just the wrong one. Or the right one in this case.
I'm gonna stop what I'm doing.
Elle looks immediately apprehensive.
um,
Not hostile, she's just like, I don't trust you specifically
yeah,
in
you
this
say
moment.
mom. She looks to you and she's like, "Yes, it's me."
You can't be here. You're dead.
some would say that I did die. But others would say I just went to another place.
Is this a trick?
So far from inclined to believing this.
As you guys are looking at her, she does look much older. Some major time has passed. Well, it's a very long story, and she kind of like pulls like she's wearing like so she's wearing a hood, like a black hood with a black cape. Her bow is underneath it. She kind of like pulls it aside, and she's like wearing just leather armor right now. There is a spot where there's like a wound, like the armor has been like ripped to shreds, and it looks like she has a wound from possibly a battle.
Either way, I can't in good conscience let you go wounded.
Thank you,
And
Tom.
I will put my hands on her and cast a first level cure wounds
Okay, give me one quick second.
for 11 points of healing.
Um, as you lay your hands on and your magic uh seeps in, um, with closer inspection, you notice this wound, while it does heal, like the wound itself seals, and as it seals, it reveals a tattoo. Um, to describe it, it just looks like a raven.
Like the raven from the letter?
No, 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 not that, not
Okay.
that raven, not the laughing ravens. Perhaps we should go somewhere quiet to speak.
I think that would be best. Azrael?
I look towards the school. Let's go to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys head over to, dear God, I have to remember what the inn's called. Burnt Ends? Where the hell is Obel? Yeah, the Burnt
Yeah, Burnt
Ends.
Ends.
Yeah, the burnt end inn.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa, you guys, this is the first time you've ever been inside the inn. Wow. Well, this inn, let me tell you all about it. It is a humble inn. It's 2-story. It has wooden floors, kind of in the shade of timber. Standing in the back where all the drinks are posted up, stands a not Angelwood. Commoners of Phandalin. Obel. Because dear God, homeboy has been waiting his whole entire life. Stands a man in his middle ages, maybe around like 40 to be exact. Human. Um, yeah, he like kind of looks at you and kind of like gives you guys a head nod, like, yeah, come on over. Actually, this inn is actually kind of popular right now because the whole performance. So definitely not the quietest place, but
I walk up to them. Do you have any rooms available?
Ah, well, 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 I must say that I do have some rooms available. Are you interested in looking to grab one?
I put down a platinum piece. I'll take the one farthest in the corner.
Okay, wow. Well, 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 he kind of flips the platinum. This isn't the first time I've seen one of these around here. Just reminds me of that one day when that goblin kind of snuck in here and I killed it with the frying pan. But yeah, here you go. You got room D, up the stairs, furthest into the right.
Thank you. I'll
You're
leave it.
welcome. The name's Archer.
Thank you, Archer.
He nods. Finger guns all of you.
God. I walk upstairs.
Yeah. Do the rest of you follow?
Dell absolutely is like she needs to be there for Osriel right now.
Yeah. Flame. Alora is standing kind of close to you. You kind of like have offered yourself up as like a helper right now. You run into this situation a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I go with them.
Quinn 2.0. Quinn 3.0, I guess.
Definitely don't let the Hudsons follow us if they try.
No. They're
okay, good.
They're having a good old time with their daughter.
Good.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see baby Hudson girl sneaking in, but you guys catch her. I don't have names for any of the Hudsons. They all just go by whatever.
Baby Hudson. Baby Hudson 2.
Baby. Yeah. I never named them.
Mama Hudson,
why
Papa Hudson.
Yeah, that's why they're all like that. They're all like, well, oh, this is what I am in the family. But yeah, you guys go to this room. As you guys like open the door, like little flames light up inside the room. It's magically enchanted. The flames do kind of like flicker, but not crazily as flame enters. Like the presence of the ring. The presence of the ring is it's still there, but it doesn't have its effect that it used to. Well, Oswald.
Mom.
It's been quite some time since we've last run into each other.
Just so I lost him aware. Did I see her in the cavern? Not in the cavern, in the house that we went into after the slime fight? Was it her and Dad?
No, it was your
just
dad.
Just Dad. So I haven't seen her even before that.
Yeah.
It's just when they left. Okay.
Yeah, and they abruptly left for some reason or another. With all your money.
I would say so.
Well. Long story sped up because it won't be short. We left abruptly due to an unforeseen circumstance. During one of our travels, me and your father, many moons ago, we ran into some wrong people. We did the mission, and turns out the mission wasn't for the best of people, and we made a mistake. And that was kind of our last mission. And then we settled down, started a life, and you and your sister came along, and put it quickly, the people that we ran into found us again. And I know it looked like we took your money, probably. It was not us. But it was them. And
inside check.
Yeah.
Bam. 18.
I think, what she seems to be saying is the truth. Um, yeah, it just was not the best timing that, when we found out that we got, we fled and we just didn't have enough time to go grab you, which, I mean, your father just, everyone makes mistakes. And that was just one of the small mistakes that he made that, at the end of the day, I must say your father is no longer with us.
We know.
You,
Oh, we thought
how
we
would you
knew.
know?
That is
Wh-
also a long story.
hmm, Well, um,
But let's just say we met someone with a lot of knowledge of who is still living in this world.
um, I I don't know why I was drawn here. I do remember the school, strangely enough now. Uh, but your sister, I made sure she got out uh, a few months ago, or what for you guys would be a few months. For us, it felt like forever. We were captured, me, your father, and your sister, and we were sent to the Shadowfell. We were, uh, in a sense, prisoners to the Raven Queen.
That
So,
Mm.
and why?
The people that we bumped into, they were a group known as. She looks down to like where her wound is. She's like she can safely say it. The Laughing Raven, so something close to that. They were worshippers of the Raven Queen. Yeah. That's the group that we ended up helping, and turns out they are very bad people. And you know, we did a good job for their queen, so she called us back and wanted us to work for her, but we declined. And with that, she imprisoned us for what feels like decades almost. Uh, the time moves different in that plane versus this plane. For us, for you, a day is a day. For us, that's a week.
Hmm.
So I've been a prisoner, and you still age like normal. So your father eventually reached his limits.
How did you get my sister?
I met a strange young elf. He was quite curious, uh, but he knew of a way to, in a sense, free one of us. It would sadly fracture the mind of the person, but they would not be a prisoner anymore. So, I, of course, chose your sister, and thankfully enough, it de-aged her. And it sent her back to the material plane now about I don't know, years ago for me. I don't know where she is, but I'm sure she's fine. Slowly over time, she'll regain her memory.
And what of you? How did you escape?
She kind of looks sad. Escape is a loose word. I served my time, and she made sure that if she ever calls, I would hear her call. That's when she kind of like reveals like the branding. It looked like a tattoo, was actually a branding.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then also with your passive like Arcana, you do see like it radiates magic.
Okay.
I wanted you to know that you're not alone. I know this doesn't mean anything, but I wish things were different. But at the same time, I'm glad that they weren't. I don't know if I would have been able to choose one of my kids to free.
You already you chose do what you did. Hey. I want you to know that your daughter is safe. Protected.
Well, that is good.
Azrael stands up. Sorry, Mom.
What do you sign for?
Not realizing younger why. I have a friend who is a lot like you. And I lost her. And I'm sure one day I'll lose him.
She kind of looks around the room. Uh, I mean, is everyone from Phandalin here? Is what happened to Phandalin?
It's still around. Probably abandoned.
To catch you up on world event after you left. Was it after they left that the Blue Wings moved in, or before they left?
I think it was before. Yeah, the Blue Wings
Yeah.
were around. It was just very short.
Yeah. After you left, the Blue Wings continued their coverage. Eventually, Dell, Fjord, Min and I helped free the town. Cost of magical. It meant we were banished from the town. So we left. It was later renamed New Crest Hill after we found a wonderful individual to help bring it back to New. That was until the Black Knights showed up.
When you say that, with your passive, I think with all of your passive insights, as long as you reach a 14, you notice. Oh, damn. Yeah. For the people who have 14 and above, her eye twitches at the sound of that name.
Is something wrong?
What? Is what wrong? I
Is
mean,
there
this is
something wrong
very
with the name
sad news.
Cresthill?
New Crystal? I mean, when I say the name, I meant the Black Knight's name.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Not New Crest.
Sorry.
New Crystal is not on the watch list.
Imagine if it was, though, like this small little podunk town. So, you know of them.
Know of who? What do you mean? Once again, with the 14 inside and above, you can tell that she's evading.
Let's not mince words here. It wouldn't serve us. You know of the Black Knights.
Might have heard of them through my travels. With the part of the travel, she's once again like avoiding.
Well, they came in and we've lost a lot of friends to the bandit.
Something really quickly. You have not freed them. Like when she says she recognizes what she just said. I supposed to tell you. Have you found a way to free them?
We haven't.
Though
Do you
you
know of a
seem
way?
to know.
Can you roll high, please? Just once. I might know of a way to fix things, but doing so could put things into motions that would anger her.
I cared little for her anger. He beheaded Finn in front of my eyes.
With that, your mom definitely looks shocked to hear that, someone who she kind of helped raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who, like, Quinn looked up to her.
Yeah. My mistake. I meant the Raven Queen. She does not want to have Shadowfell be destroyed.
How would this destroy Shadowfell?
Well, the mm, the magic that they pull from seeps in through a small portal that leads into the Shadowfell. Uh, the people who live inside the Shadowfell are bound. That's a good word. Bound to the Raven Queen. Her elves that she has uh, have no option but to live and worship her. She is that of a deity.
And what are
And
deities without their worshippers?
yes, she to, to put it lightly, she collects uh, emotions and memories, uh, typically that belong to people who have had loss or tragedy. Um, Shadar Kai, yeah, the Shadar Kai are her elves. They move through the multiverse, typically unseen, uh, as you might have heard that the laughing ravens wore the faces of the people that they murdered. Those are some of her agents. It's just to get that last bit of tragedy, seeing yourself murder you. It sweetens the pot, as she likes to say. But she does not want to be involved with the one you call the mistress.
So then,
How can she help hear them?
There is many of items that possess shadow magic. If you could find one, um, it could help. Uh, I know of one. I was going to search for it to bring back to her, since she's now aware of these things and her items being released upon the world. Uh, the Black Razor, a sentient sword. Quite powerful, but yeah, it would have the ability to, in a sense, separate the two inside. The bonds that would tie them. But of course, I cannot use this weapon because it could also be used to break my. She once again looks down to the brand. My bonds to her.
And where were you searching for?
Last I heard, the sword is currently in Liling, a town not too far from here. I must forewarn you, though. If you choose to seek out this sword, it will corrupt you. It is an evil artifact.
Well, I can undo corruption.
I don't think you're going to be strong enough for this. I don't think anyone is. And this is an item made from a god. It should only. The more you use the sword, the more it will slowly corrupt your mind until it has full control over you. But it does come at, it does have great gifts. It makes you immune to being charmed or frightened. And it also bestows regeneration. So it, in a sense, the more you use it, the better off you are. But at the same time, the more it corrupts you.
Well, either way, we must find it.
Like as I said, last I heard, it is in Lilu.
Where is Liloon on the map?
I can bring you guys back to it. Guys are about to have a flashback.
Is it the flower shield place that we're going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys would know. What them? It's right. Oh, I zoomed in wrong. Right. It's right about like here.
I don't know.
Wait, that's water deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it's like
thought it
right.
was.
It's near Hornhill. I mean Hemhold. Helm's Hold.
Thornhold?
No. See where
Helm's
Neverwinter
Hold.
is?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not that
Helm's
far. I thought it was way down.
Oh, no. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, when you guys were traveling on the road, I made one of you roll, I forgot who it was, and you vaguely remembered. You guys would remember you went this way.
Yeah.
There was a path that led this way to a town where the name was scratched out.
Yeah, and we like thought it was destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it so happens that we have an appointment there already. You're like over flame.
Mm-hmm.
Please be careful. The place where this item is being held is in a high tower. It once belonged to a grand wizard. So I'm not sure what might be in store for you there. But expect magic to impede your way. I can say that.
We will can to get past it. Thank you, Mother, for this information. I'll make sure your room is paid for here while you're here. Please stay until we get back. I have more.
Yes, that does not bother me. I will wait. I'm once again sorry about Quinn. Yeah, she only remember Quinn when Quinn was a boy. He was a great child.
I'm gonna walk out.
She will ask you because Fjord and Quinn were very close. Fjord, do they travel with you?
Not any longer.
Please do not tell me they've met the same fate.
No, they just went a different path. That's all.
Yeah. Well, that is good. I assume. Your family, are they fine?
As fine as they can be.
They're here?
My father arrived today. My mother will be here soon.
Well, it will be nice to see you again. What about Wix? Quinn's mother.
I'm unsure. The last we knew of her, she was still in Neverwinter.
I would ask of. Trying to remember their name. Oh, it's because I forgot. I'll never put it in the chat. Started with an R. Fjord's father.
Ravine?
Ravnas.
Ravnas. There we go. I was like, it's something like that. I knew it was Rav.
It's still in cheat sheets.
It is? Did I just
Yeah.
scroll faster?
Yeah, Ravna. Yep. Ravdan Nalada.
So.
Idoma?
Oh, I sure did just scroll right past it. It's so weird. Yes, any news or missing as well?
I don't remember what happened to him.
You can just probably assume also probably missing.
Yeah. Because we released him from the gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then.
Town got kind of fucked over.
Also missing.
Maybe I'll work some magic and see if I can help locate people.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. Gives you a nod. She turns to you, Flame. Well, thank you for helping.
Of of course. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. She like opens up her like coin purse and hands you over two black just gems. It's the only thing I have to pay for services.
Oh, yeah. For I don't need to be paid.
It's best not to owe people things, so I insist.
You calm down in there.
Uh, I, 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 yeah, I guess Flame will take it. Accept it. What am I accepting?
You can just put two onyxes. I'll like I don't know, do something to make it look different. They are something else. You just don't know because you're not a jeweler expert.
Okay, 2 onyx.
But you might have somebody you know that has the tool for the right job, as some might say. I'm saying hope if you didn't realize.
Yeah.
I just got nervous. I was like, oh no, the silence. They're racketing their brain. They're like, who knows this? Okay. But yeah, I'm assuming the rest of you head out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn it, the penguin's back.
Babe, where the fuck did you find that image? You have explaining to
It
do.
showed up on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Goddamn penguins. Why did I pick a penguin? Yeah, with that, I'm assuming what are you guys doing?
I am headed straight for my sister.
Yeah, I mean she's just currently like hanging out with the rest of the squad. They're like just they're doing a meet and greet right now. And yeah.
I'll calmly walk up to them, put a fake smile on. Hello, someone from your past has arrived in. I don't know if you'll remember them or not, but for now, please stay within inside the school after you're done talking for your own protection.
Okay. Well, that I will do.
Thank you.
About the unicorn.
Oh god, I gotta pull out my notes. Wait, no, I think I put it in my cheat sheets. Did not. Commoner Season 2. God. And so what is the unicorn's name?
I would say she probably doesn't even know. So if you say, you're just gonna probably confuse her.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh, but for you,
yeah.
I fucking do not remember the unicorn's name.
Crap. I know it's in here somewhere, but there's too many notes.
The name's unicorn.
It's the unicorn you've been seeing. Listen to it. A good friend. Extremely helpful. And I know it's weird seeing a unicorn in your head, but one day it might be right in front of you.
I can see it reaches out for me. But every time I go to reach for it, I hear a sound. That of a raven. That's what you call them.
Seems
Yes.
you're not quite away yet. Come with me. I want to show you something.
Okay.
Yeah.
She kind of excuses herself from the group, and they're like, oh, okay.
I am going to take her hand and walk kind of far away from everyone. And
Dear gosh.
I am going to cast spells until I surge.
Okay. Oh dear God.
So I'm gonna cast shield.
Yeah, I'm sure. You could force one.
Okay.
Because you did use Tides of Chaos earlier.
Yeah.
And like Tide of Chaos, the second part. I can just make you roll.
Okay.
Now, that's the $1 million question.
What am I gonna roll? We will see. Okay. Roll a D100.
And we'll just do this for fun, and then the next time we'll just automatically assume. Let's just see what happens.
Oh.
34?
Maximize the damage of the next damage spell you cast within the
Wow. Great.
How long does that last? Does it say?
Within the next minute.
Yeah. Damn, that would be really OP. Then max out your double your damage from your gem. Yeah. I'll say if you burn all your spell slots, you'll eventually trigger.
Because I feel like I won't. Oswald wouldn't know he would trigger the unicorn.
It has just appeared random.
Yeah. Oswald just wants to trigger another wild surge to the point where he gets something that looks wild surges. Like he didn't mean to do it.
Alright, yeah. We'll just say burn some spell slots and then just surge.
Okay.
Dear God, don't cast Fireball. That'll be hard to explain. Shit, I think that's pretty good.
Your size is increased by 1 size.
Yeah. I mean that's not scary at all.
So,
for how long is this?
A minute only. Thank goodness.
Yeah, some of them things are permanent.
So Oswald goes to large size.
Oh.
Hold on. This is what I get my magic from. I get my magic from the unicorn.
So the unicorn is your doing then?
In a way, it's more of a connection with magic itself. My voice is booming.
Some people out in the fields are like, what? The fuck is going on in those woods? Yeah, she kind of nods. She's like, oh, I should cast magic?
Hold on, before this wears off, I'm going to Misty Step behind Dell and go boom.
Oh god, yeah. So as you leave the inn, You feel
Boom, boom.
a presence appear behind you, gigantic in size. Not really. It's like double your height. So it's like, oh wow, it's pretty fucking big. 10 feet tall. Osriel appears, flame as you exit. You also see this right in front of you.
Whoa.
10-foot tall Osriel.
Boom. You're muted.
You're muted.
You're still muted.
Crazy.
Does I just panic, turn around, and shocking grasp in?
I'll counterspell it.
Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, God. Search. Let's destroy the town.
Okay, we're good. It's a 15. Ow, that could have hurt. It's me, Dell.
You can't exactly blame me for being on edge.
No. I'll walk back over to my sister now. And
Flame, you also saw this horrifying image.
Huh. That's new.
I love how this is like, just truly does not seem to face. Like, I expected worse.
As I go back down to my regular size, our grandmother was what you could call a supremely powerful magic user, beyond what this world could ever know. Again, I think. Maybe. But you should look into yourself. See if you do have a spark of magic.
I should. I should at least a spark of magic upon them. No, I'm joking.
Blows it up. She got the cataclysm based magic.
Yes, well, I will make sure to stay in the school then. If this person is to somehow harm me.
For now, I'll make sure to introduce you. For now, best to be safe.
Yes. Yeah, and with that, we kind of like shift over to Flame. What are you doing? Reach the end of the night.
And then at night would have head back to their abode.
Hope's frying up a steak.
And I'm sure she'll enjoy that.
I couldn't think of anything.
I'm gonna talk to my mom actually.
Oh, okay. Then you walk over to your mom's room.
The door open or closed or?
Yeah, the door's open. You know your mom's a very much open door person. Open door policy.
Okay. I mean, I'll still like politely knock on the door and say, hey Ma.
Hey, come on in.
All right.
Yeah, she's got like a little armchair off in the corner. She's like just sitting on her bed, just minding her business like normal.
I'll sit down in the chair. What did you think of the performance today?
Oh, it's lovely. Definitely enjoy the incorporation of the different spells that you can weave into this. It's nice to see promising stars in the making. Nice. Oh, why do you ask?
Uh, and no reason in particular. Just, I was just curious. How have you been at the school?
Mm, I've been just fine now. Everyone is very nice, I must say. I mean, no one really looks at me different, even though I have another person inside of me.
I'm glad. Um, I'm sure I already know the answer, but you don't remember anything about Dad, right?
Uh, sure, sadly with disadvantage. Okay. You see for a moment, her eyes begin like trying to recall, and uh, once again, they kind of glaze over, and Gruel like begins to speak. Uh, uh, what do you wish to know of your father?
Um, Honestly, I'm not really sure myself. I simply just know that their race was a fire genasi. Perhaps, I guess, at least a name, maybe what they were like.
Um, hmm, uh, Gruel thinks because Gruel did consume those memories, uh, so they would be inside them now. Um, I recall passion. Uh, Passion for many things. Hmm, anger, not towards the family, towards something else, something abandoned them, maybe. Uh, hmm, joy. I feel joy. Uh, this feeling is from your mother. This joy. This person did make her happy. I see a room. Dark. It's a dark room. There is a symbol on the floor. I cannot make out the symbol. The memory is too far gone. Your mother felt hurt. Hurt, that is the word. Hurt at this room. Hurt at this room. Or hurt because of this room? I'm sorry. We don't mind flayers don't do emotions. It's very hard to explain. She felt, yes, hurt, uh, sad, longing, long. That is the word. That's the last memory. Yes, dark room, simple, and then nothing.
Mhm. That's all.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you for what you were able to at least share, Gruel.
With that, like the glossiness fades away, and your mother's like, oh, I got to see those memories as Gruel did. The day that Gruel's remembering is the day your father disappeared. I did not know much about it, but they went to in Greenus. You would remember. Uh, there's a windmill. Uh, your father would go there sometimes. Uh, at this windmill in the far back, there is a trap door. I remember following him, wondering where he was going, just to make sure. And I remember him going in. I waited a few moments and then I smelt sulfur, something like sulfur. And then I went into the room and he was gone and he never returned.
Um, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go over and hug my mom.
She hugs you. You feel in like one of her eyes is like a constant stream of tears. I mean, it is hard for her to show some emotion, now sharing a body with a mind flayer. But part of her still has the ability. She just says, Flame, I'm so sorry. I should have been more open, but now it's too late.
It's fine. It Those memories must have been hard for you. I don't blame you for sharing prior.
You feel her nod. Maybe maybe one day we'll go back to Venus and maybe we'll look at that room. Maybe me being there could trigger a memory. I don't know,
Maybe.
but I want to help. And she like hugs you like tightly.
Thank you.
Welcome, Simon. Yeah. With that, like the camera just zooms out and it slowly starts heading over to Dell. But that's actually where we're gonna end this episode because you guys thought I didn't have any more surprises up my sleeve. I have one more surprise.
Oh God, I feel like I should be afraid.
Who knows? Besides me, haha! I am the DM. We'll be rating Mr. Just. Someone to type in the raid message. Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. So yeah, Tim. Hi, we have not had a session on Saturday in so long. I don't know why my brain instinctively was like, tomorrow we'll be here. We won't.
No, we won't.
No,
Especially considering how I literally get off work at 9 p.m. MST tomorrow.
that's crazy.
Good luck making that work.
Yeah. We'll be here next Friday for our last session until like next year.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
There's
wow.
Oh,
there's so many
wow.
things that we have to do.
Mhm.
But yeah, until then. Oh no, did I freeze? Wait, the other two froze, but Sky was moving just fine.
Huh?
I was so confused. I was like, wait, why is Lawson? Jay froze. But everyone else is just like, hey, yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah. Peace out for now. See
Bye,
you next week.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.